tonight. It's the Chicago Bulls versus the Indiana Pacers.
We've got to beat the Bulls not twice, but 4 times. I derive absolutely no moral victories or any personal satisfaction in losing 4 games to 2. It means nothing to me. I hope my team understands that, Bob.
Jim, thanks, and we're underway. The tip to the Pacers. Smits from Miller. He takes the game's first shot and gets the roll on it. Pippen is cutting and Kukoc sees it. Scotty missed it but keeps it alive. Another drive to the left hand and he ties the game. Kukoc did not get the assist on that good pass.
In a row the other night. Tonight you see it once again.
Dale Davis bounces off Kukoc and Indiana reclaims the early lead. Harper around a Longley screen. Luke's got it back. And a whistle from Joe Crawford for an Indiana foul. It's on Mullen. Michael with a nice look inside for Longley, but he can't finish it. Now his pass deflected and stolen by Jackson. Harper baseline. Longley follows.
Not a good sign now. Good defense by the Pacers.
Team and Jordan in the post, which is leaving one of their offensive players available to go get the boards.
Dale Davis muscles it home for his second hoop.
It's inside.
Kukoc from Pippen. Ties it at 6. Smits lost it. Jordan chases it down. Jackson wins the loose ball fight. Smith screening for Miller. And Reggie is fouled by Longley. Davis working on Kukoc again. Jumper in the lane. Missed it, but he was fouled. Harper driving. Misses the reverse. Jordan has it.
Another offensive rebound.
Jackson out to Mullen. Now he gets it back. Smits turns and hits. Longley loses control and Mullen takes it from him.
Tonight, the Indiana paint early to open up the perimeter.
Mullen bumping with Pippen. And Scotty travels.
So quick down there.
Jackson's floater swatted away by Kukoc. Here goes Jordan. Mullen fouls him. Michael hits it anyway and will get the free throw.
How about that concentration by Michael Jordan? The breakaway, Chris Mullen really didn't want to let him score here. But if you're going to take this kind of foul on Michael, you've got to grab his right arm. And what Chris did, he reaches in and he hits him on the head. Look at the concentration. He keeps his eyes on the target. The greatness, he's always thinking 3 instead of 2.
The foul was Mullen's second. 3-point play, 5 points for Jordan on Mullen. Smits double teamed, so it's Jackson for 3. There's that 3-pointer Larry Bird was talking about. Longley, left hand over Smits and a whistle. The foul is on Smits. Let's go back to the previous play.
Isaiah, what this opens up when Pippen goes back and helps, if Mark Jackson will make this shot, then when Scotty closes out, now he can get the penetrating dribble, get in the lane, and find his open shooters.
Miller dumps it into Smits. Over Longley. Off to a good start.
At Indiana, that's what Bob Knight was big at. You watch Smith setting the screen, and the screener gets the shot. Whoever sets the screen, you sacrifice your body. Now he has position inside. He gives them the up and under and the bucket. And you're watching the NBA on NBC.
Yeah, you do it, Zeke.
I'm sorry, NBC.
So he's going to have to play some post defense, whether it's Michael or Scotty.
Here is Michael with the jumper. 2 defenders on him. Soft touch. He gets the roll.
Reggie Miller is very upset here. He feels like that Dennis Rodman bangs him on this shuffle cut. And so Antonio goes over and gives Pippen a bump. So you already see the Pacers have put more bodies on the Bulls player tonight than they did the entire Game 5.
4 games makes them both here, and the Bulls lead by 1.
You can see after every made free throw, the Bulls have gone to full court pressure.
That's helped their offense. And you can see Reggie Miller, how he's pushed Michael Jordan off the post.
And that ties their first half output, their 8th field goal on the McKee hook. Rodman can't hit it, but does keep it alive, and now he's fouled, and he applauds the judgment of the officials. It's 1 on McKee.
Again, you must make Michael Jordan play on both ends of the floor. So McKee is going to try to post him up here. He gets good position. Michael is so very strong down there. But Derek McKee takes his time, uses his height advantage, and gets the little baby hook to go in the lane.
He's only thinking defense and rebounding, and a lot of times he's open but can't convert.
Miller's open and can convert. With a turnaround. Rodman on the offensive glass.
See, Miller's doing such a good job that he didn't do in Game 5 by keeping those guys out of the post.
Jordan hits a 3, tied at 22. Michael tongue wagging into the lane, hits the jumper. Reggie, short with a 3. It's put to Davis, who misses it, but Antonio was fouled.
Now you watch Jordan, he'll get himself balanced right here. Long pass, and as they back away from him, he steps up and nails the 3. Now Jordan is really tough in the open court. Loves to go right, gets the angle on Miller, squares himself up, and there's nothing Reggie Miller can do about that when he has that type of angle on him.
Dale Davis, fouled by Wennington.
That was a great sweep-through move by Davis.
Game tied at 24. Michael, knocked away from behind by Rose. Jordan thinks he was fouled. The officials don't. Jalen Rose will shoot it and miss it. Rodman's going to be called for a rebounding foul.
And you see the effects that Jalen Rose has had as soon as he comes into the game. I mean, he'll come from behind. He was crushing Scottie Pippen, and he gets a hand on Jordan's shot. That's what they missed the other night, was his defensive ability, his quickness, and he's able to guard Jordan. I think he got Jordan a little bit right there in the face, too, as he came down after that shot.
Jackson replaced by Dickie Simpkins. He was still jawing with Hugh Hollins, and I guess that Phil didn't want to risk a tee. Steve Kerr pots and misses at the buzzer. Through the first 12 minutes, tied at 24. Jordan with triple Miller's output. Long lead to the cutting Pippen. He was fouled, nearly a three-point play possibility.
Hard to get in front.
Mullen deals it out to Rose. Jalen Rose from the head of the key. Mullen with a leaner, good off the glass.
Down the court, they need his offensive input, and they need him to touch the ball and work the ball around and pass it or go to the hoop, like he has right now. Bob?
Good call, Jimmy.
He comes off the back screen. It's a double back screen. He catches it in the post. He takes his time. He looks around, gets his rhythm, fades away, and a little patented baseline jumper.
With Michael on the bench, Scottie looking to take control offensively. Drives baseline, double pumps. He's coming to the line with a chance to complete a three-point play.
Bob, what happened on that play in Isaiah? You had Rick Smith strung out in the corner, Gordon Scottie, and you got to push him back to the middle to help. Mark Jackson was running over to help him. You probably see him come in the screen to come over to double team him, but Smith lets him go baseline where there is no help. And now you give up the possible three-point play. You always have to push your people to help.
In game 3 and 4.
Bob, now Chicago has gone small, so they'll put Kukoc on Smith, and there's another one of those threes by Mark Jackson.
Back in for Larry Bird. Scott Burrell is open. He has not been. Kukoc has him on a switch. Jackson's pass into the lane, broken up by Burrell and taken by Kukoc. All the way to the hoop and fouled by Jalen Rose.
They beat us to advance, and Lambeer, every time McHale came down and tried to post up, Lambeer was kicking him in the foot.
Jalen Rose hits the open J. Bulls trail it by 3. Jordan has trouble with the dribble. Ball loose. Michael turns it over.
Now with Jalen Rose being back in the game, and he's so important to this Indiana team offensively and defensively because he can create his own shot. You see him take the J off the dribble, and then he can square up and take the J. And look at him defensively as he forces Jordan into the double team. They feed off his energy, his emotion, and most important of all, Doug, he brings a toughness to their bench that they didn't have the other night.
You took the words out of my mouth. Toughness and competitiveness. You have to have that against the Bulls. The same set out-of-bounds play. They run it from the other side.
Move tonight. Game 5, they were trying to just have him use his strength against Longley.
Kukoc answers at the other end.
Smith will get a little jumper here on the rotation.
You called it. 6 for 6. Michael, turnaround on Miller. Spins out, followed by Rodman.
Smith just can't block him out. He's not quick enough. They didn't double that time. They let Reggie play him straight up. And although Michael missed the shot, no block out.
Jackson drives on Kerr and connects.
Up for the jump shot.
Here's Smits. And an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Indiana. Jordan to Longley. Back to Michael for the reverse. He was fouled. Now it's Jordan on Jackson. Here's Rose driving. Pull-up jumper. Jalen Rose came to play.
You watch Jalen Rose off the Jackson penetration, the pump fake, the little show and go, uses his momentum against Burrell to get the shot off.
Antonio Davis. Jackson. 3 of 4 on threes in this first half.
If Scottie Pippen is going to double team, Mark Jackson must make that shot.
Thus far he has. Pippen to the hoop. Antonio Davis on the move. It hung on the lip and then fell home. Pippen can't cut into it. Kukoc bats it to Harper, and Longley is rejected. Harper chases it down. Someone got a small piece of that, and Jackson has it. Looking for a double-digit lead. Jackson to Dale Davis. He's fouled. Davis's second free throw does establish a double-digit lead at 10. And now Pippen loses it. Here comes Jalen Rose. Pippen from Rodman for 3. Big basket for Chicago. They're within 7.
Back.
Longley on the move. Hits the sweeping left-hand hook.
Just can stop them. They'll go in excited. If the Bulls can score, it'll give them a lift.
It'll be Michael to the basket and drawing the foul. 15 in this half for Jordan. Pippen has 14. A little under 3 seconds. Davis trying to get it in. Jackson behind the back will have to heave it at the buzzer. And what was a 10-point picture lead is sliced to 3 at the half. Now stay tuned for the Prudential Halftime Report. Anna Storm and company will be with you after these messages. You're watching the NBA on NBC. Chicago ball, trailing by only 3. Jordan looks to cut it to 1 as he splits 2 defenders and does what seemingly only he can. Smits and Longley each have 3.
Now you watch Jordan in the post. He'll be patient. He reads the double team, gives the fake. Both defenders go for it. The nice up and under and the step through.
Mullen, good look at a 3. And his shooting woes continue. That was a true brick. I can't remember the last time I saw Chris Mullen shoot like this in a stretch of games. We all remember seeing Michael Jordan do that.
They've got to reestablish Rick Smith somehow.
Jackson runs into Longley, gets it back, forces it up, no good. But Davis is there to clean up the mess. Michael guarded by Reggie, into the lane on him. Kukoc all alone. Longley gets the tip.
Watch the punishment that Reggie Miller takes on this play. He's going to start to cut. Watch Kukoc step out. Now, this guy's not known for physical play. He gives him a bump. Harper chases, and he runs right through the pick of Rick Smits and gets the foul. But you can see Reggie Miller's working so hard to get a shot.
Pippen blocks Jackson, but fouls him over the back. Miller trying to guard Jordan, but can't.
That's unbelievable.
21 to lead all scorers. Miller leaning for the shot. No call there.
Reggie's got to get up and get back and play right now. Now's not a time to look at the referee, because they had a breakaway on the other end had they gotten that now.
Another Jordan jumper, and the same result.
Get the ball inside.
To Dale Davis this time, and it's Jordan who fouls him. Michael, though, meanwhile, is 9 of 13, while Miller is 1 of 9.
Watch this pump fake, Isaiah. Look at this, and then he gathers himself. Here comes Smits with the hand, and the great players get the great bounces. And in this time, he steps out and he squares him up. Reggie says, I'm going to give you some space. I'm going to give you the jump shot. Michael says, I'll take it, and he buries it.
And you know why it makes it look so easy is because his game is so complete, Doug.
Miller will guard Pippen, and they'll put McKee on Jordan, who's a little bit taller defender. So Scotty's going to take Reggie Miller into the post.
They are just abusing Reggie. 4. Let's see if Smits can answer. He can. Kukoc on the drive. And Tony Kukoc gives Chicago a 4-point lead. Against Kukoc. Davis with the jumper.
See, that's where you have to go.
Davis has 14. It's Pippen finding Harper. Head fake, jumper, got it.
That's Harper's first field goal. He was 0 for 4 in the first half.
Outside.
It's Davis wheeling on Kukoc, who fouled him. 2.
You're right, he's 4 out of 8.
Loose ball scooped up by Miller. Jackson puts it behind the back to evade Pippen. McKee with contact against Michael Jordan, and Jordan's going to pick up the foul. Smits from Davis. He was fouled from behind by Harper, but can't believe he couldn't complete it with the slam for Smits. Jackson dribbles it off his foot. Foot race to the loose ball, won by Pippen. To the hoop.
Smart right here. He's got to set the screen and slip right there. So he set the screen and he slipped because Longley's overplaying him.
He looks to do it. Now backs up to the side. It's Jordan. Quick turnaround. Michael Jordan gives Chicago the lead. Miller in the lane. Tried to put it up with the left hand, and now the outlet pass is intercepted by Jordan. Here's Longley driving to the hoop, completing it, and coming to the line. Reggie Miller got so far under the basket, he tried to switch it to his left hand, and his shot hit the underside of the rim. Then the attempt at the saving pass back up top was picked off by Jordan, and that ignited this break.
You watch Reggie Miller coming off the screen, trying to make something happen. He loses the ball, and Derek McKee tries to save it out. Throws it to Jordan. Jordan is patient enough, reads the 3-on-1. Best comes over and fouls Longley.
Antonio Davis draws a double. Best gets into the lane. Nifty pass to Dale Davis.
See, that's the Davis you got to go to.
Did by McKee, but right to Pippen, who overshot it. Antonio Davis battling Rodman. Jump ball. Let's take another look at that great pass from Travis Best to Dale Davis.
Now you watch the guard penetration, and he gives him the up. Oh, behind my back. Did you see that? Dale Davis said, I got you, baby, for the two-handed slam dunk.
Antonio Davis against Rodman. And Indiana closes to within 1. The crowd's back in it, that's for sure. Kerr to Pippen. Deflected, recovered by Dale Davis, who somehow manages to stay in. Now it's Best, stutter step to the hoop. Indiana has the lead. As it is, they put it in from the side. Burrell with the left hand rejected. Rose heaves it at the other end. Over the backboard, but The period ends with the Pacers rallying back to take the lead at 70-69. Travis Best missed that time, but he's certainly not afraid. He's not intimidated. That ball almost wound up in the basket. Poked away, and now Travis Best comes up with a steal. It's getting late. Kukoc wants a three. He was fouled, and he's going to shoot 3 free throws.
Toughening, if they miss, they got to get them back. Just like that. Give yourself multiple shots.
Miller gave it up to Dale Davis. Harper got a piece of it. It's out of bounds off Chicago, but they deny Davis the easy 2. Floor. Rose on the move. And he was fouled. He'll come to the line with a chance to tie it.
He can get a shot up, and the Davis boys can play on that offensive glass.
Nice pass inside from Antonio to Dale. Harper on the move, followed by Rodman just as it came off the rim. He trots back the other way, grinning from ear to ear.
Put back.
Miller. There it is. A 3 for Reggie, just his second field goal. Longley stumbles, and Best takes it away. He's got Rose on his left. 2-on-1 break, and Jalen Rose is fouled by Steve Kerr. Jordan. And a foul as he tries to get rid of it to Harper. Jalen Rose can't believe it. That'll be his third. Outs Longley with the left hand, and Rodman has it fall out for him. Still he battles and gets it to Longley. Michael turns, fires, and cuts the lead to 1.
2 offensive rebounds on that possession. Let me give you that right now.
27 for Michael. Best finds Smits, and Smits finds the bottom of the hoop. 19 for Rick. Harper, short, Longley to follow.
Another offensive rebound now.
Best working against Kerr, runs him around a screen. Now Smits gets it back, pops the jumper, and hits it again.
See, that's a smart offensive player.
Isaiah, watch Rick Smits now. He comes over to give some help. And there's Luke Longley on the offensive boards. But you know what? If you're going to give up 2, you better come back and get 2. And he follows with back-to-back hoops. This one on a rollout. The pump fake, like the guard. And he shoots the open jumper and buries it.
And you're watching the NBA on NBC. Scottie Pippen got into the passing lane and picked it off. The Bulls can tie with a basket here.
Best is playing him. They're going to double team. You got to pick up the cutter.
The cutter was Harper. Jalen Rose forces one, and Pippen gets a piece of it. And now Rose, in frustration, fouls Scottie. That is a terrible sequence for Jalen Rose.
Well, Scottie Pippen is one of the best defenders in the NBA, and you're going to see him shoot the gap, read the eyes of Tony Davis, and pick that one off. And it leads to the give and go off the double team. The weak side, nobody helps. And Ron Harper with the dunk. And then the frustration foul by Jalen Rose after he took the tough shot.
For Reggie Miller than anyone.
Here is Best with Michael all over him. Jordan almost stole it. Rose came up with it and found Smits.
Great vision by Jalen Rose.
These are the moments Jordan lives for. Into the lane, turnaround, fade away. That's why he lives for them.
See, I think you got, if you're Travis Best, you got to run it Michael Jordan.
Smits out to Rose. Smits turns, fires, and gives Indiana the lead. The double team comes. And his shot goes in and out, but he was fouled. Narrowly missing a possible three-point play. That's 5 on Jalen Rose.
Now you watch Jalen Rose right here, picks up the ball and throws the bullet right to Rick Smits down underneath. Now Rick Smits takes his time, reposts, sets up, turns around for the J. When you have a smaller defender guard and you Take your time and let it clear out.
All over Best. 10 seconds to shoot. Best takes it right into Longley. There's contact but no whistle. And Rodman called a timeout, I believe, as he grabbed the loose ball. Yes, that's what he did.
How about the presence and the size of Luke Longley? You had the penetration by Travis Best. Look at Luke. It's like a roadblock. You're going nowhere. And Best just running in place. Rodman was able to get the timeout before he fell out of bounds. Bob, remember now last year, you could not get it if you were falling out of bounds. This year, he had both feet in bounds. Watch out. It's like a wide receiver in football. They're both down. Give it a timeout.
Heady play by Rodman. A minute 9 to decide it.
He's dribbling it too much.
He goes to the basket and hits on the run. He's got his own ideas, and sometimes I guess they're the right ideas.
Made the big play in game 4 to bring him within 1, almost on the same kind of play. This kid has got no conscience. Up and off the glass, 33 seconds to go, they have a 2-point lead.
No conscience and no fear. Pacers by 2. Larry Bird, the demeanor we've come to expect. The rest of the place is nuts. Into Longley it goes. Michael on the move, looks to tie, but can't. Longley grabs it, gets it back to MJ. Into the lane. And it won't drop, but Jordan will come to the line for 2 free throws that could tie it. Tie game, 35 for Jordan. No timeout, as you predicted. Best to the basket, collides with Rodman. Ball comes loose. A whistle for a foul, and let's see who it's on.
I think they gave it to Jordan reaching in.
A 90% guy in the postseason. Hits them both.
Watch Kukoc on the penetration.
It's Michael. That's the guy to watch. He stumbles and loses it. McKee has it. The Pacers and the Bulls will take it to the limit.
If he misses the first one, you've got to make sure that you get that 3-point lead. I think you're going to see him here try to miss this shot.
I would put the points on the board right now. I would not miss. Put the points on the board and end the game.
He misses it on purpose. Pippen grabs it, and that will do it. For the first time since the conference semifinals in 1992, Michael Jordan's Bulls, we're not counting when he was gone all of 94, or when he was a shadow of himself in 95 when he came back briefly. The real Michael Jordan Bulls taken to an elimination game for the first time in 6 years.
You see, Bird made the decision to bring McKee back into the game for his defensive ability and also his defensive reputation. He has a defensive reputation, so the officials are not going to call a call on him because he has that reputation.
Well, you could see that he put his right arm down and gave Michael a push, and he lost his balance. Interestingly enough, both finishes we've had, games 4 and 6 here, have ended with a controversial no call.
And you watch Bird's reaction right here. Again, been there, done that. We got a game 7. Congratulations, guys.
Wow. These teams have played 10 times this year, and they've split them 5-5. One to decide who faces the Jazz in the final. Here's Jim Gray.
All right.